This entire video is going to be so yikes, and just bear with me here because it's very embarrassing.
Oh my god, it's Nicole with another embarrassing story. We didn't see that one coming.
Hi guys, it's Nicole. A common theme in my life is me not ever learning my lesson. Or when I do learn a lesson, it takes me maybe like 10 or 12 times of things not working and me going, oh, that didn't work. And I keep attempting it. Like, it takes me quite a while for my brain to say, oh, you know what, I should give up. It's not gonna work. So my freshman year of high school, I discovered I had a talent, quote, and I was like, wow, I can talk really fast. This got me thinking, if I can talk fast, you know what's similar to talking? Rapping. So I was convinced that I was like a really, really good rapper because I could talk fast. And this led to me learning. There were two separate ones that I did. One of them was this guy on YouTube, and I think the video title was like, white guy raps fast. And I learned that one. And when I did it in front of people, they were always like, whoa, like you killed that. So I gained so much confidence. I was like, shit, I am Nicole Minaj. But the other rap that I would do, and this is the one that resulted in my imminent downfall, was Busta Rhymes' verse of Look at Me Now.
Every time I come, a nigga gotta set it, then I gotta go, and then I gotta get it, then I gotta blow, and then I gotta shut it. Any little thing a nigga think that he be doing,
because it doesn't matter, because I'm going da-da-da-da, then I'm gonna murder everything, and about to boom, and about to make it clear to, and I'm now about it's no missile, and when I'm doing it, I'm banging in the east and I'm banging in the west, and that gave me war flashbacks. So with this Look at Me Now verse that I thought I was really, really capable of doing, and this was the time of my life where I was that weird ass white girl. Like, I was still extremely uncomfortable with myself and the way that I looked. I was just very awkward in general, and I kind of used humor and other techniques to kind of avoid people commenting on my appearance. So I would do that, and then I would also be like, hey, I can rap, like I have a talent, like I'm a cool white girl, which led to me starting to rap this particular verse to my friends. And then that grew to people that weren't my friends. And then that grew and grew, and I would do it during class, and everyone would hype me up, because you know, I am from the DMV. The DC, Maryland, Virginia area, not the Department of Motor Vehicles, because I'm 19 years old, and I have 2 hours of driving experience, and only a permit. And here's the thing, no matter how bad you are at something, if you're in there, people are going to hype you up. You could be like the shittiest in whatever you're doing, and there's always gonna be people like, oh, hey, I was being hyped up in this sort of way, and I did not realize that until this traumatic life event. The entire class of 2016, we were all freshmen back then, gathered in the auditorium because there was something that this lady had to talk to us about or whatever, and there was some time left over at the very end of it. I want to say there was around 350 people in the auditorium because our freshman class was pretty big. Wow, so I grossly underestimated this. I googled it to see how many kids attended this school. It's about 2,500. So dividing that into 4, we're gonna assume about 625 people saw me do this. This is what a group of 600 people looks like, so imagine this, and then the extra 25 was more than this. So she had finished giving her speech about whatever, and there was just time left because they had pulled everyone out of their class. And, you know, at the end of this, everyone was just gonna go home. Like, the day was over after this. But since there was still some extra time and, like, all the buses hadn't arrived yet, she went on the microphone and she was like, hey, if anyone has, like, a special talent or, like, something cool that you can do, just, like, come on up. So different people would come up and start doing their thing. And I looked at my friend Carly and I was like, hey, Carly, I think I should rap. What do you think? See, I should have known by the way that she said yes, that the yes was a no. It was kind of like, oh, Her words of encouragement were not enough. And then I ended up walking across the auditorium to another group of my friends, and I was like, hey guys, I want to rap. They started sizing me. They were like, oh my God, like, do it, do it. And I said, I feel like I need a reason to do it though, because otherwise I'll be roasted. My friend was like, I have a bag of Doritos. I'll give you the Doritos if you do this. They were like, Cool Ranch Doritos. I don't fuck with Doritos. Like, I'm not a Doritos kind of person, but I was like, in my head, I was like, you know what? Oh my God, like, let me do that for some Doritos. Everyone's gonna think it's so cute. Another thing to consider here is this occurred around the time that I was convinced I was Ariana Grande. Because clearly, you know, I looked just like her. So I went up to this lady, I was like, hey, like, I have a talent, like, I'm gonna rap, and she was like, okay. She gave me the microphone, so I'm standing at the front of the auditorium in front of all these people, and I get the microphone, and I'm like, hey guys, ha ha ha, my friend said that if I rapped, she would give me a bag of Doritos, ha ha ha, so I'm gonna rap, Busta Rhymes verse from Look at Me Now, ha ha ha, and I went for it. And when I say I have never experienced the feeling of, whoa, I really shouldn't have done that so strongly, because as I'm doing this, I'm looking around and everyone's kind of quiet and looking at me like, but around halfway through, people start booing. So I'm standing at the front of the auditorium. Halfway through this verse, I can't quit now. I can't just stop and sit back down. I have to go through with it. And there are people booing me. And it's like the same decibel level as my rapping is the booing. We were at equal volumes. I'm tripping over my words. I'm getting the entire thing wrong. And I look over at my friend Carly's face. And she just looks so sorry for me. I'm looking around the room. I'm trying to like make eye contact with people because it's weird. And I was like, let me just look at my friends. And I'm looking at them and they all look so sad on my behalf. Like I look into their eyes and I just see this. I saw this. So I finished my rap and I got the bag of chips from my friend and I sat down and then we were all dismissed a few minutes later. So on the bus ride home, I took a picture of the chips and I posted on my Twitter like, ha ha ha, I got my chips. I was trying to downplay how terrible that entire experience was. And as I'm tweeting this, I'm like tearing up. Had a great time, like got my chips, tears. Proof that this actually happened. And I got home and I started crying. I tell my mom and she was like, well, you shouldn't have done that. Sorry, sweetie, this is entirely your fault though. I was never able to live that down. All 4 years of high school, people consistently brought it up to me. I've had people Snapchat me when Look at Me Now comes on and they're like, I thought of you. And I'm like, yeah, thanks for thinking of me. I've done a lot of embarrassing things before, but this was by far one of the worst because I was so confident in myself and little did I realize that everyone was just hyping me up to hype me up. There was no reason behind the hype. They wanted to see me try and fail. So the summer after my freshman year ended, I was employed yet again at my city's town hall thing. If you've seen the video where I react to old footage of the television show that I produced and aired and all that, and then the service announcement that I did, I actually made another service announcement that I'm going to show you, which involves me rapping yet again to the tune of Look at Me Now, because it takes multiple times of me trying and failing for my brain to say, oh, don't do that. The premise of this was that we were making a public service announcement for recycling. So they were gonna play it as a commercial on this cable channel and be like, hey, like you guys need to recycle. So all of the kids that were hired that summer collaborated on it, and it was my idea to do the Look at Me Now because I sat at the conference table and I was like, hey guys, I can rap. Rapped the Busta Rhymes verse, and then I was like, we should do this. And everyone was like, okay. Yet again, loving to see me fail. I will point out though that if I was them, I would absolutely hype myself up because like I am a good person to watch fail. Like you want to watch bad things happen. I am aware of this. It's extremely entertaining. The lyrics are so bad for all of this that I'm going to put them below. This was not included in the video, but I'm gonna caption it so you guys can sing along.
We are the 2013 Mayor's Summer Interns. We are promoting the City of Laurel's recycling program because it saves money and keeps the earth green.
Big green bin, lime green jacket, big green truck, passenger missing. Yep, That y'all look like a school bus. I collect what you collect in 10 years, in 2 days. The public loves me. I collect all the trash. If you collect what I collect, what would you say? He picks it all up, Mr. Dwayne. Matter of fact, just call him Wayne.
There are so many things that I want to point out in that verse. The fact that he jumps up from behind a recycling bin and then starts rapping. Mr. Dwayne was one of the guys that recycled things. I'm aware that his mouth doesn't match the words that he's saying. The thing is, this cable channel gave us microphones that they didn't turn on, and they didn't realize they weren't turned on until after we filmed this and put it together. So everyone had to come back to the studio and do a voiceover of their rap.
Trash pile bigger than gorilla doesn't take up the pollutants of the world, so we can live a little longer. I better recycle it. You should when you tell you, and she accidentally tripped and put it in the wrong bin. Oops, she put it in the wrong bin. She didn't really mean to put it in the wrong bin, but since she put it in the wrong bin, take it back out and put it in the right bin. I'm done.
Trash pile bigger than gorilla? She accidentally tripped and put it in the wrong bin? I'm done.
I'm done.
First of all, the random ass cartwheel out of nowhere. And then when she ends her cartwheel, all of a sudden everything is like crystal clear HD picture.
I hate this bitch.
Again, I want to acknowledge how disgusting of a person I was back then. I had braces, but I had a really bad overbite, so the only way that they could adjust that was by using rubber bands to bring my jaw forward. So every time I opened my mouth, there were 2 rubber bands hanging down, and a lot of people would say that it looked like I was a vampire because it almost looked like I had 2 like sharp teeth, I guess? Anyways, the message you can take home from this is that if someone says you're bad at something, you're probably bad at it. And if someone says you're good at something, you're also probably bad at it. So just don't do anything ever and you will never disappoint. And just as a note for like my future self, Nicole, you can't rap. You are white. I'm ending it there. If you're a more talented rapper than I am, please comment, share, like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Let's go!
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away. Better know that I don't and I won't ever stop. Cause you know I gotta win every day.
Go!
She really wanna pop me. Just know that you will never flop me. And I know that I gotta be a little cocky. You ain't never gonna stop me.